Oh, hi there, didn't see you come in. This is Draco, and we have a really fun episode today. I really enjoy playing Cube. Many of you guys know this. When I play Constructed, I play Modern, I play Merfolk, but when I play Limited, I really enjoy to play Cube. And I have myself an old border Cube with old retro frames, and this weekend we actually played it live with the play group, and I recorded everything. So if you enjoy old school Magic, if you enjoy nostalgia, check this out. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to have a great time listening to some music. So we're going to jump into the draft portion. I'm going to be the featured drafter, so we're going to watch what I'm doing when I'm drafting. And you're going to see some really cool old school cards. Everything is in the old frame and really nostalgic. So everything in this cube is really nice. And if you want to look into the cube, you can see the link in the description below, where I'll be putting the cube global link for this specific cube here. Everything is in old border, so 7th edition before, and there's it's actually also a powered cube, so you can get the Moxen, you can get Time Walk, you can get Insistent Recall. We get to see gameplay with all of these cool cards, and you can also see some of the new cards, because Wizards of the Coast has been kind enough to reprint new cards, but with old frames, retro frames, and this is really, really cool. But I don't want to, in this cube, over exaggerate the power level, so there's not gonna be a Wormcoil engine or anything like that. But there are some cool cards in there. Let's just go through the draft portion here and see what happens. So I open up a pack here with Waterfront Bouncer, the Shadow. Garth is one of the cool cards that just came in. This 5-color, really insane card. People actually drafted this card in the cube. And he is really, really nice. You can see him here, Garth the One-Eyed, and you can see we got him in retro frame here. So I'm looking at Garth because there's a powerful effect, and there's many ways you can cheat him in this cube. And there's also a Separate Burst. Separate Burst is also a really, really interesting card. Separate Burst is one of the biggest combos you can do in the cube. If you combine Separate Burst with Pandemonium, you can actually do 21 points of damage to the opponent right away. But looking at this pack, I take the Mana Rock right away here. This is actually an interesting pick, but just a safe pick, taking the 2 mana Rock here. Going into the second pack, I'm not quite sure what I'm into. Looking at Flicker Wisp, also a good reprint. You can see there's Path to Exile, another Mana Rock, Probe, Counterspell, as old school cards here. And Karmic Guide. Karmic Guide is also really, really nice. But doing here, you probably know Flicker Wisp, but many of you maybe didn't know that it was edited in Time Spiral Remastered. A really, really nice, efficient fire, 3 power. I'm looking at Karmic Guide. Karmic Guide is a 5-mana angel that can reanimate a creature. So I really enjoy playing with white in this cube. It's a pretty nice color. But I'm actually gonna settle for Flicker Wisp here, because Flicker Wisp is just really safe pick, and you can go different directions, and it's really cheap as well. So I'm also considering just taking the cheap card here. So I'm looking at a Mana Rock and a Flicker Wisp. So now this next pack here. See, there's the Voltaic Key and Basic Monolith, old Mana Rock as well. Really, really cool card. We see a white dual, white knight. Oh, and look at that, Lingering Souls. Again, a reprint, but such a crazy strong card. You can see it's printed in retro border. So especially when I get the chance to do that, I'm definitely gonna pick it up. Flicker Wisp and into Lingering Souls. Now the next pack come. Look at that beta clone there. This is just such a nice card. Solitaire Trooper, you can go aggressive, that's fine. But there's also Solitaire Champion. Solitaire Champion is again this old shadow creature. Was fun to see. Solitaire Champion is 2/2, it can't be blocked, and it buffs all your team when you attack. So I'm looking at Solitaire Champion as a potential aggressor, but there's also another mana rock. You can see Azorius Signet, because then we'll put me with my White Splash, and I do enjoy Signets in the cube, so I'm gonna pick up that one. I can't spell that one. You can see here Azorius Signet, now made in old border printing. Actually, I think I have a different version, but You can see it's made in, I got it in the secret lair drop. This is really nice. So that's some pretty you know, fine to pick up here. Just a really good card in general. Having access to, you know, fast mana at turn 2, especially in a format that's not the most fast. So that fits my spell really good here. So we got Flicker Wisp and Lingering Souls and 2 mana rocks. So that's pretty decent. But the first mana rock was a green and black one, so that's pretty off in our colors here. And you see here people are drafting slowly. Finally we get a pack. Alopile, Friction versus, that's the Savannah Lion. Savannah Lion, the original attacker. Keto Slinger comes into play, burst effect, Raptor Signet. And their Lieutenant Kitar. That's actually a really good card. I'm looking at Lieutenant Kitar here. Interesting, that hasn't been remade since now, Dominaria Remastered. But Lieutenant Kitar is the one I'm really looking at here. I'm looking at Savannah Lion's fast card, but Lieutenant Kitar is really strong. It's a 2/5 for 3, but it adds the option of also being a removal spell for attacking creatures on the other side. So just being a small flyer is pretty decent in this format. You know, this is a wind drake, but they can also act as a removal spell. So looking at the cards here, I'm looking at the Kitar simply because it's a bit strong, but also the Pernicious Deed. That would be a completely different route to take, but Pernicious Deed is so strong, so I'm considering that as well as a pick. But I'm looking at Lieutenant Kitar here, picking up that card. Really good pickup for me. So now we are solid in white. You can see here we got the 2 mana rocks and 3 white cards, and white looks pretty open, so I'm not unsatisfied with that. And you can see here, I love drafting in paper. Paper Magic is just the best. Okay, now we got another pack. You can see here there's some white cards as well. Flag Bearer, Standard Bearer is a decent way to protect yourself, but look at that. Look at that. It's immediately taking that up front. Exalted Angel, what is it called? Let's see here. So this is pretty easy pickup. Exalted Angel, this morph creature. Yeah, Exalted Angel, morph creature. This is, you know, from modern standard, this doesn't seem like the most impactful card or anything, but actually in old border cube like this, this is a powerhouse. There was CubeCon last month, and actually there was an old border foil cube there, which during the last couple of years has been the most successful, one of the most popular cubes there, playing with this old style of Magic. And Exalted Angel is one of the best cards. You play it on 3 as a 2/2 for the morph, and then you can you know, flip it for 4, and it's starting to beat in for 4/5 life. This is just you know, it's just it functions really well. You can play it out on fast, and then you can flip it when you need to. So really good pickup for me, especially since I have the mana rock, so I can pretty fast get out there. Okay, so now we got a dual land. This is the original dual lands here. Rare Dawnbringer for the big one, but there's also, look at that one, that's Prismatic Ending. I enjoy the new one. Prismatic Ending. It's a nice one. Also, you can see here in old border. So of course you could take Rare Dawnbringer, which is a big creature that allows you to pick up a new creature each turn, but it costs like 9 mana, so you need to get that as well. But Prismatic Ending is pretty decent here, and I'm getting to cut white pretty decently. Prismatic Ending, then you need to have a lot of different types of mana, but right now I do have 2 signets, so I can produce 2 different colors of mana, and there's a lot of dual lands in this queue. Actually, there's 2 sets of the original Ebur duels, because there's no shock lands in old border, so it's fine to have 2 sets of the original duels just to get everything pumped up and ready. So I'm satisfied with the Prismatic Ending here. Good removal spell. Sometimes you can just kill off something for 1 mana. And you can see we are going to the next pack here. Oh, we got Channel 5 all original combo. Avatar of Woe, Clifftop Retreat. Okay, so that's a mana. But look at that, Armageddon. And you probably know Armageddon, one of the original, all the way back from Alpha. What a card! Armageddon allows you to, if you put it down, you get to destroy all lanes for 4 mana. So if you are playing with mana rocks, as I have 2 of, it doesn't kill the mana rocks. So That's really, really good, and it's good in white aggro because you just bought out and you play it out. So if you're playing something relatively fast, you won't be set with having the Armageddon. So really good pickup again, Armageddon here. Another pack here, Glorious Anthem, 3 mana, get all. Look at that, Garth came all the way back. Triskelion is also a really good creature, and Mock War Marshal. I could have considered here, I'm considering Mock War Marshal or Glorious Anthem. We do not have any red cards at the moment, so not sure if that's the right way of doing it. I do enjoy Glorious Anthem though, original from Urza's Saga. This is just a strong card. It's not only your white creatures, and I'm also looking into that. We have the already have the token generator. So if you have ways of creating 4 spirits, it's pretty good to have the Glorious Anthem. So that's going to be the pickup here. Yeah. I was actually considering the Waterfront Bounce as well. Okay, now come back here and look at that. White has been cut really severely, so the Karmic Guide is still there. The Acacian Javelineer is a small, good creature as well. It allows you to ping off 1 creature. But the Karmic Guide is just a really, really good card in this format. 5 mana for Black Flyer with Echo, so you have to pay it again. But it allows you to reanimate a creature from your graveyard. So just in general strong. We're going to the next pack here, and here we get the opportunity to get a pretty easy Caves of Coilus, which is a land that produces black. This is good for our Prismatic Ending and also potential Splashing Black. You can see here it's been printed a lot of times, but originally from, I think it's Apocalypse, yes. And the 2nd generation of Pain Lands. Look at all these shadow creatures coming back. So we have Soltara Champion still. But I'm also considering this Aura of Silence. Aura of Silence is also a really, really good card from Weatherlight originally. The reason why this is good is that it hinders artifact enchantment strategies, and there's a lot in the old border cube. So I actually think I'm going to pick that up. And this could be maybe a bad, maybe I should here. I'm going for this because I'm not sure I'm going to be that aggressive yet, but maybe Soltara Champion would have been better here. Especially now we pick up Savannah Line, the original 1-drop, and we get a Flag Bearer last. So Savannah Lines is decent, and we also get an Orange Chant. So look at that, we really get a lot of good cards here lately. You can see Savannah Chant, just a really nice old school card. Okay, so that's a good pack 1. We are solid in white. We see the signals, and we got to cut, so we got a lot of late cards as well. We got Flag Bearer, we got Orange Chant, great way of disrupting your opponent. I'm pointing at this guy, give me your cards. And we're gonna open up the next pack. This is gonna be interesting. Every time you open a pack in this format is so cool, because what if you pick up some power? You just gotta take it right. And here we are open, so even if we open up a Time Walk, we're gonna definitely play it. We are only white, so that's gonna be really, really good. But let's see what we open. Shivan Worm, a big gold card. Raw the Worm is also a good reanimator. A good for the graveyard based decks. And Mental Note, nothing white yet, but look at that. We immediately gonna pick that to the front. A Mox Emerald, a part of the Power 9. And these Moxes were so great. It was such an amazing card. It was so broken, nobody understood how broken these cards were when they were printed originally. The reason why they're so broken is you're just gonna play it instead of a land. So instead of playing 17 lanes or 16 lanes, you play 15 lanes with a Mox Emerald. And you can play this out on 1 alongside a land, and then suddenly you have 2 mana on turn 1. So a mana rock for 0. That's pretty good. Everybody knows mana those, but that's an easy pickup, even though we're not green right now. So really, really good to see. Okay, next pack here. You gotta get it up on the cam, bro. Look at that, Sword of Plowshares, and some other good cards. It shorts 2 plowshares actually. I'm misspelling it. Shorts 2 plowshares. And we got I think that's a definite pickup, because this is actually one of the best removal spells in the entire pack. So we're gonna pick that up. Well, there's been many prints of that, but I think we have the one here. Yeah, so that's a pretty easy pickup. Just a really efficient removal spell. You want to have low cost cards in Cube, even though it seems like you just want to have a lot of stacked cards. So, okay, another card. Look at that, Parallax Wave. Parallax Wave is a bomb. Cursed Scroll is also really, really good. What am I taking here? Cursed Scroll, but that's a Tundra right there. And I really need the mana for Prismatic Ending. And I'm considering, you know, I can probably cut, you know, bounce this back. So I'm taking up the Tundra, the original, you know, Great Duel here. But this actually, maybe we should have took Parallax Wave instead. If you don't know, Tundra is good because it gives us access to 2 different sorts of mana, white and blue. And we don't know what colors we are yet, but Parallax Wave is an amazing card, one of the best cards in the cubes. And actually, this was maybe the correct pick to take up this one. Because it's a way of protecting your own creatures and also removing opponent's creatures. So, complex card, but really, really good. We should have picked yeah, we should have probably picked this one up, but the range tournament is here, but we're not green right now. There's a Scalding Tarn though, and Scalding Tarn allows us to fetch up the Tundra we just pick up. So the Scalding Tarn is actually a really nice pickup here. I love the interaction in Cube where you have, you know, these nice cards. But here we say we have the Sorcerer Plowshares. This is our pack here, but I love the interaction with the all white cards. But I love the interaction with fetch lands and the original duels or shock lands. Because now in Prismatic Ending we can produce green from the Mox Emerald. We can produce blue from the Signet and from the 2 lands we now just picked up. So pretty easy to take the Scalding Tarn. Not any great white cards on this one. Oh, look at that. Dread Return. Nice Reanimator spell. Daze is a great card as well. But look at that. Trading Rider. Trading Rider is actually secretly one of the best cards in this cube here. An old card from Tempest. But Trading Rider is a house in old school. It's or in retro Magic in premodern as well. So 4 mana for 1/4 flyer. That's also a decent stat. But you can tap it and tap 2 creatures you control to bounce any permanent. This is such a strong effect. So we're gonna pick up the Trading Rider. Good with Lingering Souls, good with all the small creatures we do have as ready already. So satisfied with picking that up. So now we get an access into blue now, picking that one up. So that's a good thing about holding yourself open. I would say that Trading Rider is one of the best cards in the cube. Normally it's better if you play. It's really good if you play green with Mana Dorks, but also like this white based. You know, we can have a white based tempo deck here with small creatures, some value creatures, and then Trading Rider can be a way of getting it up. Okay, so here we have the Disc, one of the best removal spells, mass removal spells. Flicker, that's the that's the one that enchantment based here. But look at that Masticore. Masticore is also one of the best creatures in retro frame. A 4 mana creature. I'll pick it up here. It's a really, really good creature. So for 4 mana you get access to a 4/4. Okay, now we got it up here. So a 4/4 for 4. That's already decent, but you have to discard a card. But that's the drawback. But you don't have to use mana on anything else than the effects on this. It protects itself with Regenerate, and you can just ping all the creatures they have. So what a great card. And now we pick up a dual land, but nothing exciting. There's Necropotence, but we're not black at all, but I do like it. This is an interesting card, and there's also a dual that we can use here. So this card is also one of the new cards. I think it's called Citizen Scholar. something like that. Yeah, it's Scholar of New Horizons, which is a new card for the cube. It's a 2-drop bear, but actually one of the reasons why I like it as in this format, in this deck here. Okay, I think we're back here. Yeah, so Scholar of New Horizons. The reason why I like this card here is that it's like a 2/2, but we're also considering the dual land there. I actually don't think can remember what we're going for here. It was the, so yeah, it's good to get the green mana. You can also get that for the prismatic ending. We don't know if we're gonna play yet. So I think we took the dual actually instead of the Scholar. But look at that here. We get the Piana Nomad. It's actually a really interesting aggressor. A 3-mana 2/2, but when it attacks, it gets +1/+1. But all your creatures do that as well. This other one is our reanimation target for 7 mana. So I think Piana is the right pick. There's also a dual here. Piana Nomad Captain is a nice card. It's an anthem effect for all your creatures, and it also just attacks for 3/3, even though it's only 2/2. So we're gonna take that one. Piana. Okay, so we get to go to a lot of good white cards. Again, Trading Rider allows us to just play a lot of creatures. Here we get Junk Driver, which is a artifact-based card. Dragon Predator. Look at this Yusam Jin. Such a nice card. Scroll Rack, which is pretty decent when you have a lot of ways of shuffling. You can get some cards back in your, in the library. But also there's a Portent, and Portent is the original Ponder. It's not as strong as Ponder, but it's pretty decent. It allows you to look at the top 3 cards and rearrange them and draw a card at the beginning of the next turn. Look at that. Prophetic Bolt is a really good card. But we also get I think it's a Plateau. So we're going to pick up the Plateau. Now we have the red mana, which could also be potentially good for Prismatic Ending. Or if we're going to splash red. We can have splash both red, green, and blue. Why not? Why not? We also have the Fetch Land for the Plateau. So this Fetch Land allows us to pick up 2 once. Now we have the... just a really good idea to allow your Fetch Lands to pick up 2 different cards. So... I couldn't spell Plateau. I don't know. That's not the one we're gonna look for. Okay, new pack here. This is Plateau. Okay. Okay, look at that pack here. Ivory Tower, Reflecting Pool, the Sigil of the Empty Throne. That's a great card, but only in the enchantment deck. So I think we're gonna pick up Reflecting Pool. Not interesting card in this moment, but I don't think we were gonna play with it in the end. It's more like if you have a lot of double pips, because it produces a land that you cannot, that you can produce already. So I was considering, I'm taking it, but I don't think it's that good a card. And now we get a Reckless Abandon, which is not the best card, but it's something we can pick up. And now we get the here Goblin Legionnaire. So now that's just the end of the pack. We don't have that much. And we get a Goblin Guard. Look at the Goblin Guard so late. No one want to play Mono Red, huh? Why are you guys not playing Mono Red? It's a great deck. So we got the next pack here. Thieving Magpie, old school, control magic. We're maybe not going to do that. Tolarian Academy, what a card. But again, not for our colors. But actually, this Eternal Dragon. There's also Give of Runes, which is a really good card. Give of Runes is the updated Mother of Runes. A really good card. We could consider Give of Runes definitely. A 1-mana 1/2 that allows you to protect your creatures. It's a fast, creature. You can protect. We can protect our Dragon Rider with this. So we're gonna pick it up. Really good card. And now we get Chain Lightning is interesting. That's a lot of burn. We get some good duels. We get Wrath of God. We don't want to kill off our creatures. A potentially strong pack. We also look at Fireslinger. We can play that, but it's not the strongest card. I do think we do take the duel here instead. Intuition, a good card as well, but not for our deck. So I think we're gonna pick up the duel. Not especially excited about this, but this duel allows us to play. We're looking at we're gonna play this Trading Rider, so allowing us to do that is good. Necromancy for the reanimated deck, really good reanimator card. Breath of Life is a reanimator card as well, but we are not a reanimated deck. Enlightened Tutor for enchantments, not our best. But we can actually play the Verdant Catacomb because we picked up a couple of. Let's see, we got a couple of good Savannas. So we have, I think, since we have Savannah, it's decent to take up the duel, even though it can only fetch that specific duel. It's the Verdant, what is it called? Verdant Catacomb. Yeah, and that can fetch up the Savannah. So I think that's why we're gonna take this card. That is why we're gonna take this card. So this helps with the Prismatic Ending again and the potential green splash. Oh, here we got a Pacifism, but also Kasali Pridemate. So that's actually pretty nice since we. There's also an Enduring Renewal, but more like it's more like a combo piece, but pretty good card. But Kasali Pridemate is a really nice card. A 2/2 for 2, but it has Exalted, so it allows you to be more aggressive, both with your 1-drops that can be buffed up, but also it's a way of killing off creatures, enchantments and artifacts. So Kasali Pridemate, this is a really good card, and now we have so many green fixing, and we can easily splash it as well. So why not splash both green and blue? I think this is better than Pacifism. It fits better with our creature-based strategy. We also have Clawler's Anthem, so we want to have creatures instead of Pacifism. So a white value deck that can be aggressive on the ground. And here actually this is an interesting pick because this card is really, really good. This is the name eludes me, but it's the Decree of Justice. Yeah, exactly, Decree of Justice. So a way of putting a lot of creatures into play. Either you cycle it and get 1/1s, or you get 4/4. So I actually think we're gonna pick that one up. Because we are considering if we're going, how big are we going actually, and there was not that many other white cards, so a decent pickup, but that could be argued. But it's just one of the best. It's a really, really strong card in the cube, but maybe it's better for control decks. Okay. But in general, it's looking decent. It's looking decent. Okay, here we get a really good pack. Look at all this action here. And look at that, the original. We had the Giver of Runes, but now we see the Mother of Runes. And don't sleep on this card. It was an uncommon, but they didn't really understand the power of this card when they printed it. So when they printed Mother of Runes, they didn't know what they were doing. So this card can just give any creature protection from anything or any color. And that's just also itself, that's the difference. Giver of Runes can protect itself, but Mother of Runes, as soon as you untap with this, you are so strong. It looks so good for you. So we're gonna take the Mother of Runes, and we're looking at our pile here. Really, really strong pile. There's a lot of good cards, efficient. So we're gonna take up the Mother of Runes. Kiki-Jiki is also in the pack. The nice retro frame. Pretty decent. Death Grasp. We're not splashing black yet, so not most exciting, but Mother of Runes it is. Just looking at the pack, but it's gonna be Mother of Runes. And now here we see a lot of good cards as well. And White Mane Lion is also a really good card. A recent edition, also because it's just been reprinted in Dominaria Remastered. There's a Turnabout. Karn is a really good card. Doesn't fit our strategy that much. Call of the Claw could be a thing. It's a great way of protecting yourself. So Call of the Claw, 3 mana 2/2. and when you play it, you get a 2/2 bear for each creature put into your graveyard. So I was actually consider that as an anti-wrath protection, but I think the right pick is the White Mane Lion. Just a really good way of protecting your creatures, and also just a 2/2 flash. Okay, next pack here, we get the Momentary Blink. Not much else. We don't have that much coming to play, but I think still Momentary Blink is just still a really good card. It's also, you can play it from the graveyard with the blue source we do have already. And I don't see that much other things we wanna really have here. I love that they reprinted with this old original art. I like this art better with this guy standing there. We're also considering, here, this next pack here, we got the Volcanic Hammer, looking at Terminate, but I think getting a bit of red burn in there could be a good way of having some stretch. We're also considering the Volcanic Hammer over the Momentary Blink, so this is the 2 cards we're really considering. I think we're gonna lay out. I actually don't remember here. No, maybe. Yeah. What are you gonna do, bro? We took the burn spell. Volcanic Hammer is a way of getting. I think it's because we don't have that much of into the battlefield effects. So Volcanic Hammer is a great way of getting some reach, and we have the easy red splash, but. Yeah, but it's finishing up fine this. Okay, we got a pack here, but look at that. This is the original pack coming back, and we see that we still have the Eternal Dragon in there. And now we just went to the next. But if you don't know Eternal Dragon, and now hang on, it's going too fast now. So the first pick, Eternal Dragon, let's talk about that one. The reason why this is a good pickup because it has plane cycling, and notice that now we have Plateau and Tundra, and we have all the Abur duels already. So this is actually gonna allow us to cycle and really fast. You can cycle this one and find the mana you need, the planes you need, because Abur duels counts as both planes and mountains. So this is a way of allowing us to fix the mana we need to see whatever we need to fetch. Also the black mana source for Lingering Souls flashback, but also we have a Kami Guide. So getting this into the grave is fine because the Kami Guide will allow us to play this. And notice the other card we just got right after was the Scrubland. We just got the Scrubland, and that went a little fast, but we got the Scrubland, and this is really nice because the Scrubland allows us to have this black splash for the flashback for Lingering Souls, so we can do that pretty free. So this mana base is insane. We're playing mono white with 4 colors, so we can splash whatever we want. And we get Stroke of Genius here. Can be a good card draw. Breath of Life. I'm considering Breath of Life here. Reanimator. Pretty basic card, but 4 mana for a Reanimator spell. It's not the best, but it allows us to also again get the Eternal Dragon back from the graveyard as a supplementary effect on that. So that's a consideration. You can see Breath of Life. Actually, I think it originally was in Portal. It's also in Stealth Edition, so we pick up that one. That's decent. It's not insane, and I'm not even sure we're gonna play with it. I like the art though. Yeah. See here, considering what to take. I think we're gonna take the Breath of Life. Well, that's also decent. Shrieking Drake, but it's a 1-drop. Stroke Genius. This is not the. We are a bit more low to the ground. I'm not excited about it, but you can pick it up. And I think we're just finishing up the last pack here. Arms Thunder. Notice that one was left. Arms Thunder is a disenchant for the sideboard, but it's a good one. It's a good one because it allows you to, if you play the kicker card for 1 red mana, which we can do, it also deals damage equal to the thing you disenchanted converted mana cost. So you kill off a artifact or enchantment. So great sideboard card. And we didn't actually take the we didn't take the Degree of Justice, so it came back to us. Okay, good. What did you take out that pack? Okay, I don't really know, but it's fine. We can get it now, and we not gonna play with it. This is Imperial Armor. Imperial Armor could also have been a decision point. Maybe we actually should have taken Imperial Armor, play with that more for the aggressive, but that it gets, the creature gets plus, and we have both Modern Rule, and so I think actually maybe that would be the right play. That's just my head coming in. Okay, thank you for that. 2 less cards. Then we get a late Goblin Guide. Yeah. So now we're building the decks. So let's go to the match instead. And now you can see we are ready here. I'm on the left with the white deck here. And I'm playing against Morten. And we are always seeing who's gonna start with the dice. And I think actually it was Morten who got to do that. And sorry for the bit of, tapping around. There's 6 people playing at this table, so everything is up in the air sometimes. And we're gonna shuffle up. And we're gonna see our hands here. Morten's gonna show us his hand. What has he got? Noble Hierarch, Necromancy, Lance as well. That's pretty good. Noble Hierarch has also been made with the old frame as a Judge promo. A really, really nice card. Here we see our hand. I'm not going to show it to Morten, only going to the. We got a Mastercore, Mother of Runes, and an Armageddon and Lance, so that's decent. Notice that we put 1 mountain in the deck, although that's, I think it's all plains. But we needed 1 more red source so that we can fetch. So Morten is going to play a Mother of Rune, a Noble Hierarch. I'm going to put it up here because there's a bit of bright in the start of this game, so it's a bit hard to see. I'm going to play the land and play the Noble Hierarch, no, the Mother of Runes, so I can protect my creatures. So we get a couple of good, entry points here. Mother of Runes it is for me, and I think Morten is not going to do anything in this moment. He's just going to play a land and pass Swamp. We have a better line because I think we drew this Azorius Signet, which is really good draw here. So Azorius Signet allows us to get another mana rock out fast. Yes, you see, really nice art. Thank you, Dan Fraser. You did it for us. And Morten here, he's untapping. He's playing a red, green, black value deck here. And this is one of the new additions to the cube. I really like this card. The Forgotten Ancients. Forgotten Ancients. Every time you play a spell, or your opponent does, it gets a +1/+1 token counter on it, and you can then put that counter on the upkeep on something. But look, we got a Mastercore right out the gates in round 3, a Mastercore, and we talked about how good this card is. So notice here, Morten, what can he do against the Mastercore? We can even have Mother of Runes to protect it. He's holding a Braid. That's pretty good. A Braid is really good, but we have Mother of Runes. I didn't even know how good this was, because notice that I didn't know that he had a Braid here, but a Braid does nothing. A Braid is a crazy good card. 3 damage to target creature or destroy target artifact. But if he damages the Mother of Runes, she can give herself protection from red. And if he damages the Mastercore, yeah. Isn't it a Braid? Yeah, I think it's a Braid. You also have Killing Champion, which is an aggressor, but he lacks the... yeah, he can play Killing Champion. Killing Champion, a nice old school value card. A 3-2 haste with Echo, but when it comes in, you give 2 damage to a player, so that's a lot of damage. And you also have Necromancy, which is the reanimator spell. So he's just gonna pass here. And we're gonna tap out for Armageddon. Oh my lord. Okay, this is the reason why. This is just such a strong play with his Abrade in hand, because we're protecting everything here, and Armageddon is gonna destroy all the lands. So I didn't know that he had an... because I was actually wondering where did that go. I didn't know that he had the you know, Abrade in hand, because that's actually a really good answer to some of the things I have running here. I could easily tap out, but here Armageddon is just a beating, and yeah, his thing is gonna tick up, but all his lands, and he can't really Abrade anything here because I can just give it protection from red. So I think he does the right thing in not playing it here. Oh, he does play the Abrade. Oh yeah, placed it on the Sewer Signet. That's actually a really good line. Oh, I remember this now. Yeah, because one thing that was really good about my Armageddon line is that I had the Signet. But now, because he, which would give me 1 bonus mana. Okay, but look, he actually has a really good, the Ancient is now 2/5, the Forgotten Ancient. So now it's a good blocker. And I was actually really looking forward to getting to, having 2 mana now, because I can play a land. So now I'm gonna give my Massacre protection and hit in. So he's going to 16. Okay, he's gonna draw. Swamp. And he's gonna attack for 3 because he got exalted from the hierarch. We're gonna discard the Scholar. Play a Case of Coilers. And with 2 mana, we can ping the Noble Hierarch. Yeah, maybe Morn should have moved one of the tokens over, but then again it's different. He didn't. Yeah, we gonna damage him for 4. When he draw a Tutor. So if you don't know what happened there, the Massacre, you can play 2 mana and just tap 1 damage to the Noble Hierarch, so that we just kill it off and get a free value out of that. That's what I'm saying with Massacre. You're gonna discard it every turn, but you can just I can just protect it with here. And now he's gonna play Imperial Tutor. What's he gonna got here? Dogpath Will, Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual is pretty decent, right? Maybe you can play something. Mesmeric Fiend, Kiki Jiki, Flametongue Khan. He had a really good deck, huh? Young Pyromancer, Plow Under. Really many good cards. So he's finding a card, putting it on top. And now it's my turn here. This Massacre is just going to town. He's going to 6. Untapping. Yeah, he did find the Dark Ritual. And now with Necromancy, he's considering to take something in with Necromancy. It's just a problem that I have Mother of Runes as well, so he can't really block anything. So he's gonna... He's considering Flicker Wisp. Doesn't really matter that much. I think he's hitting me down to 14. And I can shoot the Flicker Wisp. I hit for 4. He goes to 2. Could have attacked with Mother of Runes here, but again, you don't really want to do that. Just want to stay on top of that creature. Every time you have a Mother Rune, just stay on tap. Such a strong one. And we get a game 1. Actually, because I saw the Necromancy, I didn't see that many of these cards. I saw the Necromancy. I was considering, is this a Reanimator deck? And there's a lot of, enchantment based like that. So I'm putting in Orange Thunder. Orange Thunder for, yeah, to interact with that. And I don't know if that's perfect, but it actually backfires a bit, but just a way of getting it in. Okay, so we're gonna shuffle up, shuffle up, shuffle up. Damn, we are fast at shuffling, look at this. Digga-digga-digga-doo. Digga-doo-doo-doo. I think Magic players use half of their life shuffling cards. Especially if I have a cube. It takes a lot of time to shuffle a cube, right? Okay. So this time Morten gets to start again. Can you keep the hand? No. I can. Oh, let's see, what did we see there? Orange Thunder, give up runes, and Swords to Plowshares. Okay. Decent value hand. And then 4 lands, a lot of fetches. Look at that, he had the Histrodon as well. Histrodon is, I saw him that in his hand. One of the best morph creatures as well. Only printed in Onslaught, that's actually a surprise, because it's a really nice card. So Histrodon is so you can put it down for 3. I think it's his basic land. I put the Scalding Charm down. But then you can morph it for 3/4 trample that allows you to draw a card every time you hit a player. And you do hit a player a lot. So he finds with Vampiric Tutor. I'm gonna find a land. Simultaneous. I'm gonna find the, let's see, that was a plateau. Red, white land. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we play the plateau, allows us to play the Giver of Runes. And the Giver of Runes, as you saw before, is just an alternative version of Mother of Runes, an updated version, still really, really good. And they did it in Old Water. So I like Giver of Runes, and he's just gonna pass to us. We can untap. I don't think we have that much of place here. This is where the Orange Thunder doesn't really do anything. We should have not take to because I actually think we took out the standard bear, which put a decent one. So we have a play. What are we gonna play? And this is the Scholar of New Horizon. It's a bear, so that's the one. It's 1/1, but it comes in with a 1/1 counter, so it's a bear in general. But now it also, if you are ahead, behind on lands in play, you can always tap him to find a land. It's a plane, so you can find all the basic, all the cool planes we have. He finds a Mesmeric Fiend. That's a great card. But just to finish up the talk with Scholar of New Horizons, I can find all these good, duels, and if we are behind on lands in play, he will actually get to put it directly to play tap, so it also speeds us up. But Mesmeric Fiend is a way of looking at my hand, picking a card, and it goes under the Mesmeric Fiend, so when it dies, I get it back. And he's gonna take Swords to Plowshares and put it under the Mesmeric Fiend. That's it. So that's why it's there. It's technically exiled, but it goes back to my hand when it dies. Okay, so we untap here because we have the option of using Scholar now. We're gonna do that for the value because now we can get to put that land into play tapped. And one is like, what is this card? So we find a land. Is that the? I think that's the. That's the. It's not the tiger. It's the savannah. We found a savannah, and now we're gonna attack with a 1/1 and a 1/2. Yeah. So he takes a couple points of damage. And he plays the morph. That's the history then. We didn't know that at the time. But that's a really good card. We don't have any sorts of plowshares now. And the Arm's Thunder is just burning in hand. So, but now we can cycle the Eternal Dragon. Cycle the Eternal Dragon. Maybe we should have had the breath of life, because that would be really good now. Getting the 5/5 flyer in. That's the only interaction you have, right? So I think it's a bit overkill. So we untap. We do that in step. I think we draw a Signet. So we are getting a bit on too many lands here. We get to play. You see the Signet coming in. And we're just gonna pass. Mon is also kind of stuck on lands here. We got too many lands. He's gonna crack that one. Find a mountain. Maybe it's only mountain in the deck. And now he reveals his history then. I tell him, Modern, you can just wait, you can attack first and you can do the instant speed when they block. Yeah. I don't care, he says. And he goes to town. And here it actually didn't really matter because I don't have any good blocks. It has trample. History run is a great card. So we're gonna take the damage. He's gonna draw a card. And we are flooding out on our side of the table here, but now we drew the Kasali Pridemate, which is yeah, it's something to do. Put down this Kasali Pridemate. And now Scholar can attack for 2. So this Meraphine doesn't have really good block. And we are a bit flooded. But look at all these nice looking Abur duels all over the place. Such a pretty art, the original Abur duels. Notice that we also have the black producing one. It's the Scrubland. We do have the Scrubland as well. One's gonna now plow under, and actually it's not that we need the land, but it's a really good play here because now I know we have to draw you know, a lot of lands now. So because we're flooding out already, it's really annoying having to put these 2 up back on top. And we untap. But we do have in the hand, we have wait, don't do that. That's too fast. We do have a Verdant Catacomb in hand, and and I don't think we have any target for the Verdant Catacomb, but the reason why it's a pretty good line is that it allows us to shuffle our deck. Now we attack with the Pridemates. He's doing 3 damage, but he's drawing a return, and we don't really have good blocks for the Histrodon. So we're just gonna pass. And we have the Give Up rune still. But now the Keldon Champion comes in, hitting us for 3. Immediately, so we go to 12 and he attacks both. And now we can block here, giving it protection from red. Now I wish it was a bit better, but it has echo, so he has to pay for the next turn as well. But we do go to 3 and he gets to draw a card again. Good play. I like the Keldon Champion. It's a good value card. You can swing a game pretty significantly. We just play it down and he hit him in for 6, and he has the Noble Hierarch he plays in. So I crack the fetch. I'm looking through, is there anything I can get? I don't think there is, but it's just to shuffle away the top card, which I know is a land. Maybe there was one more duel. I don't know. I don't think so. But it's just a matter of shuffling it. Yeah, nothing. But we get to shuffle and we untap. And now we drew the Tradewind Rider. So that's really good because the Tradewind Rider actually blocks the Histrodon. And we have Give Up runes to protect it. So that's a really nice play. And we're gonna tap like this. Because like that, and then we can play the Tradewind Rider, being able to defend it with the Give Up runes. And now actually, because we drew Primate into Tradewind Rider, that's pretty decent. Yeah, okay, but notice here we didn't attack with Primate, and that makes a lot of sense. That's because we want to use... No, I think we should have attacked here. So he attacks. Maybe it was because I wanted to block the Keldon Champion with that one, giving it protection. Because it's a 2/2, yeah, probably were. But he didn't play the Echo. So Tradewind Rider is gonna block, pretty safe block. But notice here we give it protection from green because he has Exalted from the Noble Hierarch. Good play from him, letting the Keldon Champion die here, because then he can do the Exalted attack. And now he breaks the Give Up runes. That's unfortunate. Abrade again, really good card. A flexible burn spell like that? What a card. Okay, so now turn, we have first of all the Mother of Runes, so don't mind us killing off the Give Up runes, we have a Mother of Runes to replace it. And now, because the Mother of Runes can be used with the Tradewind Rider, we can attack with the Pride Mage. That's the 3/3, and he actually chumps block here. And now the Tradewind Rider is online, which is giving us a lot of leverage, because now we can actually bounce some Mesmeric Fiend, getting the Slaughter of Plowshares back. I think he's gonna put the Keldon Champion on top. Yeah. We play Keldon Champion. We're going to 5, getting exciting. But now we have Tradewind Rider up. And the option also to bind Mesmeric Fiend, and if it goes really bad, we can Source of Plowshares our own Tradewind Rider. That would be bad, but it's 4 life. It's not 4 life, but it's 4 pieces of life. So it attacks with these two, yeah. But now, because Tradewind Rider just takes over the game here, notice how powerful this is. I block there and I bounce that one. Just completely nullifying his attack. I don't know what we're discussing. I was considering bouncing the Mesmeric Fiend to to get the swords with the. But I think it's better just to do this. It's just better. It's just a way of eliminating his tech completely. He can replay it as a morph. So Trade and Rider, doing Trade and Rider stuff. Now we attack with the Khazad Primates again. He's on 11, we're on 5, so we can't be overly aggressive, but we still have a lot of protection here. So we're just gonna attack for 3, he goes to 8. We need to keep on the pressure before we draw anything crazy. But he's under pressure now. I don't think he has a way out of it, because the Trading Rider is just taking over the game. The Histodon drew him like 3 or 4 cards. I'm saying again, Modern, you don't have to do it now, you can just do it instant speed. I want to do it now. But there's not many good lines here. So we can attack. I think I can just block it. It's fine. Nothing really happens. And I can bounce him with Mirror Fiend to get the Swords of Plowshares back in his end step, and now I untap. So this is looking like a yeah. But if anybody was wondering why Train Rider is good, you can just see this game. We attack for 3 again. Now he's in 5. And we play, is it Mastercore? I think it's Mastercore. Mastercore's back. I have all the good 4-drops. He's tapping the table in frustration, because I think he's done for. I think he even drew Kiki-Jiki here. But that's too little too late. I think he had Flametongue Cabo and Kiki-Jiki in his deck. It's a very strong deck. Yeah, Kiki-Jiki. Kiki-Jiki Mirror Breaker, because you hear from Tomba Master. I actually like this art better. Isn't it the original art? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Much better. So I'm glad that's the art they chose. I'm glad. Yeah. He's going through the motions. He got to, I let him tap differently. But what doesn't really matter, he can do a Mesmeric Fiend again there, that's pretty cool. But actually, I can, in response to him copying the Mesmeric Fiend, I can bounce it, getting the Swords of Plowshares, and he says, no more, thank you. And what a good game. So, that was the first round of this interesting draft here. I hope you found it interesting to watch your old border, because we're gonna do the rest of this draft, and actually we drafted twice, so if you want to watch more, there's gonna be a lot more content. And for you guys who are enjoying the Modern Merfolk, I am getting from Card Hoarder soon the cards for the new version of Modern Merfolk, so that's gonna be something I'm gonna play soon. So thank you for watching, have a great one, bye bye.